It's been called one of the most dangerous places for tourists in Colombia. On TripAdvisor, Sandy Grimm said she's been to South and Central America, India, and North Africa, and called Mercado Bazurto the nastiest, messiest, smelliest, and dirtiest market she's ever been to. The glowing reviews also continue with Laura V telling everyone to avoid it as the place is just open sewers, lots of closed up stalls, and piles of rubbish. But my favorite is Mick M, who adds, "I'm amazed anyone would ever recommend this cesspit." So is it really that bad? At Cartagena's infamous Mercado Bazurto. I'm going to risk my life to find out.
Well, I may get killed very shortly, but one of the things I haven't figured out completely yet, something I was wondering when I first got here, is that there's a distinct smell of gunpowder in the air, and I don't know why that is. Good morning. King is still in Medellin. So I'm gonna do a day trip to Cartagena, which sounds a little bit crazy, but it's only an hour flight away, and I managed to find a flight that wasn't too expensive, because I kind of realized that the only thing I really want to see there is like the old city and the fort or castle, whatever you want to call it, and then probably eat some stuff, maybe have a few drinks, and that's probably about it. So yeah, I'm like, you know what, I could definitely do that in a day, so let's do that. Although I think everyone thinks I'm a little bit crazy for it, but let's go to those things where I've seen enough beaches for now anyways, and if I change my mind I can always go back and spend more time there, but day trip just seemed like a fun thing to do, just to make sure I see it before I go. Well, now I've definitely found myself an authentic experience here in Colombia at Mercado Bazurto, I believe it is. As they say, it's smelly, it's chaotic, it's absolutely insane, and that's exactly what I've gotten here. So I just got here. It's an interesting experience getting here too, but I'm just navigating what's going on here. There really is it's just straight up chaos. But if you want to experience something authentically, something you want to get the real experience, this is basically it. It ain't gonna get more real than this. But yeah, be prepared that it is a dirty, smelly experience. You're probably not going to feel comfortable or potentially even safe. Hola. You're not going to feel safe. Probably. It's going to be really weird. It's definitely not an experience. If you haven't been in a market like this before, it's definitely not something that you're going to be comfortable with. And but it's fun. I mean, it's all right. I mean, just gotta be respectful, keep to yourself, don't do anything crazy. Keep an eye out for welcome. Thank you, gracias. Yeah, keep an eye on things, and for the most part you'll be fine, but just be prepared that it might get a little dirty, and it's definitely really smelly, but looking forward to getting and checking out some of the fun things in this area. Everything here is just one giant hot mess. And it's also hot. It's actually really humid here. But I'm also glad it's a little bit overcast right now, so that the sun isn't also blazing down on me, but it is certainly humid. But just trying to see what fun things might be on tap here. Haven't figured it out just yet, but there's certainly a lot to choose from. What exactly it is, who knows? We'll see. Of course, I'm wondering how adventurous I want to be, but there's a little outdoor kitchen here, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna go check it a little bit. I wonder what they're making over there. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting little spot. Still trying to figure this place out. It's a giant maze of excitement, for sure, and not for the faint of heart. Definitely recommend getting a guide when you're here. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time to sort that out, so I thought I'd just go for it and knock myself out. So I'm still glad I'm here to see it, although definitely with a guide things would make more sense. And yeah, but this is a fantastic place. You gotta check it out if you're in Cartagena. So there's a section, looks like, where there's more like food and produce and just chaos that way, but then it looks like there's also a section that is its own kind of chaos, but not produce. So let's see whether or not I'm correct, and let's venture down this alleyway and see where it takes us. Lots of bugs as well, so if you're not a fan of bugs, that may not be... Oh, cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it is more fresh market here. And, oh, there's people riding their motorcycles through here too. One wouldn't have expected that, so keep an eye on traffic while you're here. But look at this fun mess. Once again, with these markets, it's too bad that there isn't more stuff that is more prepared. So I'm not obviously gonna take it back with me, and oh, maybe I might. Interesting. It looks like it's fried stuff. I might come back for some of that. Looks interesting. More of the market. Yeah, it's similar to when I was at the Plaza Minorista. I mean, this is, I guess, where everyone does most of their shopping. And so it would be handy if I brought my own kitchen with me. But most of this stuff does require some preparation. So may not necessarily be, I mean, I guess I could probably get some fruit, but then I'd have to chop it up somehow. I should have figured out. I should have planned this a little bit better. But this is what happens when you plan things on the fly. That's all right. I can figure it out. But it's just nice to be able to experience this, because I mean, it's nice to see what locals actually do. Like in this local market, nobody comes here. There's no other tourists here. Yeah, no. I'm the only gringo here right now. So yeah. So I'm just glad that they've accepted that, you know, they're allowing this gringo to walk around with a GoPro and kind of document his little experience here, like a total gringo. But yeah, it's this part is a little less chaotic, and this part is kind of indoors, and so it's kind of paved, whereas everything else was just like mud and just other stuff mixed in with the mud that you don't really want to know about. But this is, yeah, this is almost like a, it's quite possible this is no longer part of the market, and that we've actually gone somewhere else that is just something that has sprung up around the market, and it's definitely less chaotic here. And oh my god, that place even has air conditioning. Absolutely insane. So anyways, it's been, let's see what's going on. Alright, can't be sure if I'm still in the market, because everything here looks a little bit too organized. But once again, it might just be one of those things where it's like a part of the market, or another market that's sprung up around the original market. Because yeah, I mean, even though it's still dirty and muddy here, it doesn't smell as much, and it actually seems somewhat paved. So we will see where this takes us. But more than likely it's just an extension of the original market. Or maybe this is the original one and that other one was just something weird that sprung up. We have no idea. That's the fun of this. And it's definitely an experience not to be missed. Ooh, wonder what they're making there. Someone let me know in the comments below. So I do find it hilarious though that when my taxi driver dropped me off, he really didn't drop me off all that close to where I'm going, but it kind of seemed like, okay, this is about as far as I'm gonna go, so you're on your own after this. You crazy gringo who's going to this crazy market that I don't even want to go anywhere near. So yeah, and he is kind of kept saying, yeah, but Mercado Bazurto, and just kind of pointing down the road, which was probably still probably a good, you know, 5 to 10 minutes away from where I was headed. But yeah, for whatever reason, maybe that's just the thing, or maybe he just doesn't want to drive down into this chaos that is the market, which is probably the case. He probably just doesn't want to get in here and get low. Hello, gracias. Hola. So yeah, oh, this is the part where I guess they do have the clothes. Kind of interesting. There's some tailors back there, I guess, if you want to get some custom alterations. And this part has all kinds of fun stuff. So we will see where this takes us. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the bazaars in Egypt, actually. But the only difference is that every single person isn't jumping out at you trying to sell you something. Hola. But they are very friendly, saying hello, and that's all that really matters. Octopus, I think it is. And let's see what else there is. Yeah, so far for the most part, while it's absolute pandemonium and chaos, and definitely wouldn't pass any health regulations or standards in North America, it's not been an unpleasant experience. It's kind of fun and kind of interesting. It's kind of nice to be able to feel the energy of this city too. And you know, yeah, I've stepped in a lot of stuff I don't want to talk about, but you know, hey, that's all right. It'll all wash off. But yeah, other than that, this has been really, really interesting. I just wish there was more stuff I could buy, because I mean, I don't need like a door handle or whatever some of that stuff is. I don't need a mop or a blender, and that's interesting. Oh, I wonder what's this? Empanada?
Pañuelo.
Con pollo. ¿Pollo? ¿Cuántas?
1700.
¿Mil?
1700. 1700.
Alright, that's a chicken and gracias. Oh, Picante.
Picante con suero. Manteca primero.
Gracias. This should be interesting. So it's chicken, and it looks like it's some kind of thing. So you suggest I put the sauce on, and it's fun. Hola. Yeah. The sauce is a little bit of a kick to it. It's a little bit spicy, but quite nice. Quite nice. But yeah, this some kind of I want to say it's a chicken empanada or something like that. But this fine young gentleman obviously prepared this morning. Oh yeah? That's part of the fun. Figure out what's going on. And there's something else in here besides the chicken, but I'm not sure what it is. Is this the greatest one I've ever had? Not necessarily, but will it work? Yeah. Is it what the locals are eating? Yes, it is. So there's a whole family over there enjoying it. So I just do what the locals do. Very good. But all right, let's see what kind of chaos I can get into. Gracias. Gracias. Alright, let's see where else I can go. Let's see what other trouble I can make, or what other friends I can make. I really wish I spoke Spanish better, but unfortunately I've only been learning for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I barely even have the foundational stuff down. But the good thing is I'm starting to understand more and more. Even though even if I can't respond, I can at least more or less understand what they're trying to tell me. So that's been helpful. That's been helpful. And yeah, in some cases I actually understand more than I expect sometimes, or even more than they expect, I guess. But I do love the fact that oftentimes down here it doesn't really matter whether you understand English or, I mean, whether you understand Spanish or not. They'll just speak to you in Spanish and they'll just kind of go with it. Even some of my friends that speak both and know, they'll just kind of start talking to me in Spanish and just kind of go. And that's just the way it is. So, and that's just how it is. But once again, I'm the gringo that's invading their space, so I'm the one that has to adapt, not them. I'm the one that should be learning their ways. So I have absolutely no problem with that. And I think I was down here earlier. Can't be 100% sure, but I think I was. Because it kind of smells this familiar. Yeah, there you go. It smells familiar. And I can't even explain the smell. Like, it's a combination of so many different things. I mean, you've definitely got fish of some sort in there. There's definitely stuff you don't want to talk about, and then there's definitely somewhere in there is chaos. So you combine fish, poop, and chaos, and it turns out to be actually kind of, you know, some kind of weird personality thing. I'm sure it builds character, but no, it's fun though. It's fun. It's not so bad. It's if you've been on a farm and you've survived that experience, you're all right. It's no, yeah, a farm is worse. I feel a farm is worse. This is nothing. I wish I got that on film, but someone tried to just sell me a bunch of chickens. It's amusing, but I'd go back and film, but I don't want to get his hopes up to think he might sell me a, you know, an armful of chickens. It's kind of cool though. Maybe I can keep them as pets. Maybe they can walk around with me, so I pretend like I'm friends. But yeah, if you want to buy a bunch of chickens, yeah, get yourself a chicken friend. This is the place to get your chicken friend in Cartagena, where chickens are your friends. Voila. This is a part of the extended market I haven't seen just yet, and this is right down by the water, so not sure if that makes any difference whatsoever, but it's definitely more of a breeze coming in, so it helps to control the smell, we'll say. So definitely the smells are, you know, the smells are less intense here. And yes, every time I hear either the word gringo or chino, hola, anytime I hear the word gringo or chino, I know they're talking about me. What they're saying, who knows? I'm sure it's nothing but good things. And does it really matter? Not really. As long as they don't, you know, rob me or try to kidnap me or try to kill me. They can say whatever they want about me, because chances are whatever they're saying is absolutely true. So, and yeah, there's just more of these fruit stalls hanging around. I'm obviously walking on the side of the road here, so it's a little dangerous. So you'll excuse me if I suddenly make sudden moves as I jump out of the way of oncoming vehicles. But yeah, it is just an endless fruit market, which is pretty cool. At least you know that there's lots of variety. So I'm gonna keep trying to figure out what I'm doing. Well, I'm gonna get killed very shortly, but one of the things I haven't figured out completely yet, you know, something that I was wondering when I first got here, is that there's a distinct smell of gunpowder in the air, and I don't know why that is. Maybe there was a gun battle that erupted here before I got here. Who knows? That is also a distinct possibility. But it definitely smelled like gunpowder when I first got out of my taxi. And every so often I smell gunpowder again. And unless they're celebrating something or there's fireworks going on I don't know about, I can't really figure out why that is. So if anyone knows why there's the hint of gunpowder in the air here, let me know. And it's too bad I'm not doing this in real time, otherwise you could tell me make a run for it right now, just in case I need to make a run for it right now because I'm not packing heat. So anyways, that's just another interesting observation I made that I forgot to mention earlier in my post.